If you're a military history buff like me, you've probably been following the YouTube series The Great War, in which presenter Indy Neidell has been tracking the progression of World War I week by week on the occasion of its centenary. Now, this war will in fact be over by next Christmas, 2018 in our case, and so presenter Indy and his colleague Spartacus Olsson are moving on to bigger things, namely the next great conflict, World War II. Now, the plan is, starting in September, that World War II is going to be done in real time as well. But it's a much bigger war than World War I. It affected more countries over longer periods and greater areas, so it needs more people to deal with it. So it's being done as a collaboration, and some of my favourite channels are on here already. So we've got CN Arsenal, we've got In Range, and we've got Lindy Beige, who's been brought on primarily for his rambling. Although I'm not sure what gentle countryside walks have to... Oh, not that kind of rambling, the other one that Lloyd is famous for. Indeed. So I am flattered and extremely grateful for the opportunity to be able to participate amongst such auspicious company. Now, not only will I be doing some firearms-related stuff, but living in the neutral country possibly the most affected by the war, namely Switzerland, which was entirely surrounded by the Axis for most of the war. What I want to get into quite a lot of is the experience of the neutrals, and not only Switzerland but also Sweden and Ireland as well. Advantage for me in Switzerland is that I speak the languages. I've got a pile of books that I need to delve into, some of which I've read already, but I need to go through again and try and present the experience of the neutrals free of the usual cliches, and how neutrals were involved in one way or another with certain big battles, and the obvious one with the Swiss is the Battle of France. Now, a project of this depth and scale obviously requires quite a lot of funding to be produced over its lifetime. In fact, it needs funding just to get out the starting blocks, and for this there's a Kickstarter campaign which is linked in the description below. The good news is it is already fully funded for this phase, but please consider chipping in some more. I certainly have, and this will help to make the project a success. The more money that's collected at each stage, the greater the chances of the next stage being a success. Now, enough of my blathering, and I'll hand you over to Indy, who can give you his view on the project.
Hi everyone. So it's been a very active past few days. We've now decided to really get World War II off the ground. Thing is, since it's such a big war, we have to do it on a larger scale than the Great War. So we want to do the first ever large-scale YouTube channel collaboration, right? 7 or 8 or even more popular and good channels that we respect contributing videos each week or each month according to their area of specialization. For example, the Great War crew could maybe do the regular weekly episodes with separate ones for Pacific and European theaters, and I would host them, right? Sort of how the Great War stuff is constructed now. Time Ghost could produce weekly biographies and specials, and other channels could cover things like tactics, weapons, social issues, and so forth. Now, we've reached out over the past 2 days to a dozen channels that we know would be great partners, and so far, Real Engineering and In Range are on board, and we have more talks next week. We've asked Mediacraft if they're interested in working along these lines, and we hope to hear back from them very soon. To say the least, this will be huge, and it will involve the best channels out there. And heck, I think that such a collaboration would actually be front page news pretty much worldwide. We even have a tentative idea of making a TV episodic version of the show. So anyhow, big ideas, big plans, and lots of fun. This would mean that we now direct our battle plans to support this effort with Symbol, Eureka, and Magneto to support this specific effort. As always, ABC1, getting the Kickstarter campaign above 25,000, is essential to keep the project going. We will get shout-outs from the channels that get involved over the next week or so. So your help to push the videos as they appear is always appreciated. And last, but by no means least, many thanks to Fixer, who is helping us set this up and has been instrumental in reaching out to the channels that we'd like to be involved. So spread the word. Let's make World War II history.